Gundam.tk presents High Grade AGE-1 Titus. Hey again everybody, it's Robert184, 2 R's 2 B's from YouTube and Gundam.tk, and as Gundam Age the anime moves along, the AGE-1 normal has been joined by the second wear. Yes, it's the AGE-1 Titus here, which is a lot redder, but more importantly, a lot stronger in High Grade 1/144th. This kit came out in November 2011 to coincide with the first appearance in the anime. And it sells for 1200 yen, the same price as the AGE-1 normal. Cool looking art from the box, and there's the name, the information, and you can see that it's number 5 in the High Grade Gundam Age series. The kit you've seen so far in the video is actually the advanced grade, which sells for 600 yen and came out first, and we should see the same amount of increase in quality from the advanced grade AGE-1 normal that we've seen to the high grade, which you can see right there. I haven't seen too many previews except this guy in front of somebody's computer keyboard, which made me want to buy it. Here you've got the regular spiel. They're talking about how it's got color and it's a snap fit system, so no glue. But the fact that they show off the A-plate, which is looking a little smaller, but look how many pink effect parts go there, so that's a very pleasant surprise for me. Here you've got a front view. Of course it's going to have big shoulders, big arms, big legs, and basically look like Donkey Kong in terms of Gundam. There's a rear view and there's a lot of gray, and I wonder if this is only in the painted by a pro version or if that's what we're going to see on the inside. Now here you're going to have a whole bunch of ball joints, which combined with an action base, you can actually create some pretty dynamic poses. You'll notice the pink effect parts in there, and you're going to have the beam lariat, which is pretty cool, and wrestling fans will be familiar with this. Basically, if you're going to get a forearm smash, yeah, you don't want to have some clear pink parts going into you. But even more surprisingly, here we've got the beam shoulder tackle, which is a cool idea and harkens back to the Maxter, it seems to me. But you're going to have 4 pink parts that are going to come out there, and they're advertising here that you can actually do it in the left and right side at the same time, although he'd have to be getting tackled, you'd think, from both sides to use. But anyway, it's still cool that they didn't cheap out and they give you a bunch of them. Here you're going to have all, of course, these regular marks, which we've seen so many times on the AGE-1, but you're also going to get the beam knee kick, so Char with his legs and Arthurun with the way he can kick with his shins. Here you're going to have 3 pink parts, and again, you're going to have 4 for each shoulder and 3 down there, which explains why you get so many. So a lot of bonuses, despite the fact that it's only 1200 yen. To the other side, where you'll have the voiceover that you're familiar with, probably from the opening of Gundam Age, and there's the AGE-1 normal and the Titus, which you've seen there, and it looked pretty good, and I love the way they're changing the opening to reflect the fact that the AGE-1 has changed. Here you've got the line art, which is looking good, and it does a good job of making it look new and old, strong, and still got the original sleekness of the AGE-1. Here you're going to have some pretty cool computer graphics. You'll notice that it's talking about the Age system, the fact that it's got a new wear which was developed, it's the power type, and thanks to its beam lariat, it can cut through the Gafran just the same way Triple H would cut through anybody in the WWE back in the 90s. And here, unpainted by a pro, you'll notice how many different color variations, and especially compared to the advanced grade, there's a lot more gray, including down there on the fists, red parts there for the ankles, so everything is looking good right out of the box, and I can't wait to use those effect parts. To the unboxing, and when you crack that open, you're going to be getting polycap stickers and an A-plate, whole bunch of pink and a very small bit of white, a big plate of red, gray, and the manual. The A-plate is its usual colorful self here, and of course you're going to have most of the white and all the blue, some of the red, and all of the yellow that you're going to need. This kit was of course designed at the same time as the AGE-1 normal, and you'll notice that there's this blue part here which only goes on the normal, and these red parts up there, and I wonder if this is going to have anything to do with the Sparrow. There is no B or C plate, which belongs only to the AGE-1 normal, but the D plate is going to give you all the parts that you need, including these almost comically oversized fists, some really cool looking gray parts with lots of lining opportunities, even though it looks like it's going to be under plastic. So they put in a lot of effort when they were designing this, and hopefully it's going to look great and be a big step up on the AG. Here's the C plate for the AGE-1 normal. It is completely different. The E plate is going to bring out most of the red that wasn't on the A plate, and you're going to have a whole bunch of interesting looking parts from the skirts to the shoulders with the holes in there. You're going to have these big parts for the wrists, comically again oversized feet, and pretty much everything is looking large and should be a very interesting dynamic to have such a big, bulky, strong looking Gundam. The F plate is going to provide the rest of the white parts that are going to go on the limbs, unlike the parts that go on the main body from the A plate. And the reason it's zoomed out here is just, yes, there's the B plate from the AGE-1 normal, so quite a bit of difference in terms of primary colors here. But to top the AGE-1 normal, you're going to be getting a whole plate of effect parts here on the G plate, And I remember when this came out, I saw those parts on the wrist and I thought, oh, maybe you'll get one. And I wasn't even aware of these until today. And it's just amazing the fact that they're going to give you everything you need for 2 lariats and 7 of these, so we could do 2 shoulder tackles and 2 knee kicks all at the same time, which is going to be pretty ridiculous. But still, it's much better because you could have just conceivably had 1 of these and 4 of those, but Bandai did not chintz at all. The seals are exactly as you'd expect for any of the Gundam AGE-1 variations, and yes, the advanced grade could have used a couple of these. Standard manual with, again, that great looking cover art. They've done a pretty good job of making somebody bulky look pretty dynamic, and hopefully the model can pull that off as well. Here you've got some suit about the MS itself, and Fluid Asano wearing a blue and white thing with his age system glowing with all sorts of mysterious power, so go to a supermarket and buy it, is what I'm sure they're trying to tell you. To the inside where you get the color splash pages, there's the pilot, Flit Asano. That shoulder charge is looking really good, or the tackle. The gaff ran, of course, Flit's going to be pretty unhappy for the way they treated his mother. And here you've got those same front and rear views with them all looking good, and them showing off the crew of the Diva up there. To the bottom, you're going to have this mark here, which we've seen on all of the AGE-1 so far. If it can pull off poses like that, that's almost more impressive than the Master Grade Ground Gundam, despite being a lot bulkier. Here you've got the weapons, and you wouldn't think there were going to be that many, it would just be strength, but instead, the lariat, the shoulder tackle, and the beam knee kick all come across as a lot of fun, and don't forget, we get to have the Sparrow to add to this 3-pack attack for the AGE-1. Inside, you'll see the A, D, E, F, and G plates there. It's 40 yen a pop to replace missing parts, and after you build the chest, the head, the large arms, put the upper body together, and then build the lower body. You'll get a color rear page here, and it's good to see the way the yellow part goes onto the waist skirts and very small side skirts there. But it's just great to see so many different colors, especially compared to the advanced grade. And when you combine the fact that you're going to have gray that shows through, it looks like, combined with these effect parts, everything is looking cool. Looks like you have to actually put them in the right way. They're all the same, it's just G1, so you should be able to use any of the 14 anywhere. Here, when you put the lariat together, you'll just pop off this wrist, put these 2 pink parts together, slide it on, and he could go head-to-head with Chibide Crockett anytime, it looks like. So that was a fun unbox for me, especially since I was just surprised to see how many different things you're going to get, just because I haven't been watching as many previews as I could. It's good to see that they've got all sorts of new plates in here, so people that were thinking that the AGE-1 would get repetitive, well, you've only got 2/3 of an A plate that's going to be dull, and the rest should be new and fairly interesting. The fact that they gave you 14 parts, 2 lariats, and the fact that you've got no seals throughout this kit, except on the head and the chest, and that it's looking this good, hopefully it's the difference between what you see here from what the pros do, and what I can put together, just being lazy and just snapping it all together, is going to be negligible. Anyway, everybody, Robert184, Gundam.tk, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my anime reviews as well. And stay tuned to see it all put together in this AG replaced. See ya.